So the activity I'm going to have you do now is navigating an online bank. So you are going to pretend that you have a bank account, and you're going to log into it and you're going to see all of the different features you have with it. So it's a pretty neat system. I'm a little happy with it. It's got a few little flaky things about it, but I wanted to make this video to kind of walk you through how to go through the steps. Obviously, if you have more troubles than this, come and find me at a Zoom session, and we can work through any problems you have. So let's take a look at what the account looks like. So when you go to the link, you will see this Welcome to Online Bank Sim, and this is where you would log in if you had an account, but you don't have an account yet. So I'm going to click here on Create a Free Account. And you'll see a couple things here that are kind of common with banks. You're going to want a username when you log in. So I set this to Mr. Daly. You're going to want a password. Um, and so you can make the password anything you want to. Uh, your first name, you'll see that a lot of other details down here are kind of filled in because this site doesn't want you sharing actual information about yourself with this website, which is always a good idea. We'll talk more about online security later, but fill in these things with either real, or you don't need to put in your real first name if you're not comfortable doing that. Down here, you've got some security questions. These are interesting things. These are ways that if you forget your password, you can kind of convince the bank that you are who you say you are by answering these questions about yourself. And so you can see that the questions are things like, what was your childhood nickname? What was the name of your favorite childhood friend? What's your favorite team? What's the name of the hospital where you were born? These are very common questions that you'll see on these things. What was the first concert you went to? Things like that. And so if you answer those questions correctly, then the bank will assume that you're you. Okay. Can you see any flaws with this system that might make it a little bit less than safe? Well, maybe people in your life know, what your favorite your childhood friend's name was. Another thing that happens is maybe you do those quizzes on BuzzFeed or Facebook or something like that, that ask you questions are really a lot like this. And the reason these things are out there is because it could be the bad guys trying to collect information about you. At any rate, down here are some alerts. You're going to follow the instructions as as the form is going to tell you what steps to go through step by step. But these are things that would send a text to your phone if something happened to your bank. Like if you wanted to know if your checking account fell below $1,000, you would set an alert for that. If there's a savings or checking account withdrawal greater than a certain amount of money, if that's the kind of thing that would be unusual to you, you can have an alert get sent to you so that you could call the bank and say, hey, what's going on? I'm not the kind of person who withdraws $5,000 from my account at a time, and I'm not doing that right now. So stop whoever just did that. So once you get through that, you're going to submit your account. And then you will log in. So I will log in as Mr. Daly. And this is the, what you can do from your bank's website. I can look at all of the notifications that have come along. There aren't any notifications because we just started the simulation. Right up here, you can see that it's January 1st. So if you want to change this, if I want to change it to, let's say I want to change it to August 1st. So I'm going to press the go button on that. And now, according to the website, it has just become August 1st. And if I look at notifications, well, I guess I didn't set any alerts. I could click on manage profile maybe. All right, so I'm going to come down here and I want to set an alert if my checking or savings account balance falls below $200. All right, so let's see if notifications show up now if I set it to December 1st. Notifications. Nope. All right. So the other things you can do here is you can check your account activity. So here's what's going on in my checking account. And one thing you'll see about bank statements that are sometimes a little weird, I mean, make sure you look carefully. But what you'll see is that right here is December 1st, November 26th. So time is going backwards as we go down. So you want to start at the bottom of the sheet and work your way up to see what's happening in the future. All right. Another thing is that I can switch my account activity to look at my savings account instead of my checking account because I have both a savings and checking account at this bank. All right. Other things I can do, I can make a transfer between my two accounts. I can pay a bill. If I pay a bill, right now I don't have any recipients set here. So what I would have to do is I would have to add a recipient. And these are actually the two recipients that I created while I was going through the activity. So if I want to add a recipient, you click add a recipient and then you fill out these forms. So in the instructions, it'll tell you which things to do when you want to do bill payment, but that's a really convenient feature that banks have. So banks give you the ability to automate bill payments so that every month I can pay my RG&E bill. I don't need to worry about whether or not I remember that. It's just something that happens every week. So that's what bill payment is about. You'll see that. Depositing checks you will not do over the course of this activity, but it is a cool thing that you can do on online accounts. What you can do is you can take a picture of your check and the bank will just do what it needs to do. That the picture is all it needs to do to have all of the information it needs in order to deposit your check for you. So you can look around this, have fun with the activity. And as I say, if you have any questions about it, be sure to come to a Zoom session and let me know about this and we can talk our way through it. All right, have fun with this activity because being able to navigate a bank through its website is one of the great joys of living in the 21st century. That a lot of these activities can be automated, a lot of these activities can be done on your schedule, even when the bank isn't open, and it can just be a real pleasure to get things done like that.